Hi everyone, I'm Selena, content creator at Opus Excellence. If your content creation is taking over your team's week, you're not alone. We suffer with the exact same problem, and that's why we created the content engine. The content engine is an area where you can keep everything that you need for your content all in one place. Your whole team has access to it, and there's many communications that happen all automatically from the idea all the way through to the published product of content. Let me walk you through it. So this is the Airtable. We've got a list of ideas where we can jot down scratch pads and ideas of potential content that we want to use throughout the month. We then have the content calendar. So anything that qualifies as a good piece of content gets put onto the calendar to then be used and published in the future. And we have here the content inbox that is split into either ideas, editing in progress, ready to publish, published, and a different type of content, which is a post. So these ones that I'm going to walk you through right now are videos, which you can see there's videos as a tag. For example, I want to add a new piece of content. I'm going to give it a title, Content Engine Video. Whenever I'm ready to change this from an idea into something that I want it to be on the calendar, I want it to be published, I will click this status here to say create folders. So what happens here when I create folders is that this will now get moved down automatically, and automation is run. What I will see is in my drive, in the content folder, we will now see the content engine video folder has been created automatically. In the folder, there's a bunch of subfolders that says audio, caption, final export, raw video, thumbnail, and transcript. So these are the assets that at Opus Excellence we felt that we needed. And obviously, if you're going to make this for yourself, you can adjust these to whatever you think is necessary for your business. And whenever you've got your raw video ready, you can upload it into the raw video folder. So I'm just going to do an example video. You can send this over to your editor. And once the video is edited, your editor can then drop the final export into the final export folder. Automations have run in the background, and this content engine video is now moved into the editing in progress area. The editor can go in and change this to for review for the manager to review this video. So now you can see that that's been added into the for review area of the Airtable, and in the background there has been an automation run. We've got a notification that said, hi, I just created Google Drive folders for the content engine video, brief description and a little link to the folder in the drive. So this was from before, and now that it's been added for review, we've got new content ready for review. Hi Ed, this is my manager. We've got a content engine video is now ready to be reviewed. Then we've got the link to the final export folder and the link to the folders in Drive and the link to the Airtable. Once the manager has reviewed it directly from here, he can click looks good or needs editing. For the sake of this video, this looks great. And then you can see in the background that this has been approved. If you go back to Slack, I've got another notification to me from Ed saying, hi Selena, Ed has reviewed the content engine and is now happy with it. You can now schedule it in socials. Please check a thumbnail is present before scheduling, and then a brief description if he added what there, and links to the folders that we need. The reason for this, please check if the thumbnail is present for scheduling, is because we realized that sometimes we were forgetting to do that. That now moves me into the thumbnail automation. So in the background of all of this happening, there has been a thumbnail created using Google Slides. The thumbnails live here. If I click into thumbnails, you'll see that we now have another line that says content engine video, and I've got some potential options of thumbnails that I can choose from. Thumbnail 1 looks good. Choose thumbnail 1. And then if I go back into the content, I can see that thumbnail 1 has been chosen for this content engine video, and an automatic caption has been made in the background as well for me using ChatGPT and AI. From here, I can choose which date I want to publish this on. So for example, next month, and I can see that that has changed to upcoming. What this will do is publish this directly to my LinkedIn with the caption, with the thumbnail and the video completely automatically. And then once I've checked everything through, I'm going to change this to ready to publish. And I have the option also here to publish this to all of my channels. So to LinkedIn Ed, LinkedIn Opus, and YouTube Opus. I can schedule this to go out to 3 different channels at once, post automatically on the dates and the times that I have decided for this to go out. Really great stuff. Everything is happening automatically, and everybody is getting updated and notified the entire time of what is going on. We also have a weekly overview, a weekly report bot, which shows what has been posted on each of the channels and then what is going to be coming up next week, and also a link to the Airtable and anything that we need. So this gives a nice report so that you don't have to. I can show you a little bit how it looks in the back end. So these are all the automations that we've created to run. We've got these Slack folder locations for videos, creating the captions automatically. We've got creating the record in the thumbnail table. We've got the thumbnail generator, the automatic scheduler, notification automations, all very, very exciting. We also have one other really cool feature that is a voice note idea. For example, if you're on the go and you have a really great idea for some content, you can record a voice note which creates a script and a transcript, which then comes up with a post for you. So if you go into our ideas page and you create a voice note and you drop it into this area here, then it creates an AI post from that transcript, which you can edit, check it, and then just simply copy and paste it and post it onto your social media. So really saving a lot of time and also making sure that you don't really lose any of your great ideas that happen on the go. This is the future of content creation, and I'm really, really happy to have been a part of creating this product, and very, very excited for the launch and to see all of you guys using this, saving time and creating much more efficient content. If this sounds like something that you need, we have a few different ways that you can use this. You can either do it yourself, we can do it with you, or we can do it for you. So depending on what kind of engagement you would like to have with Opus Excellence, we can help you to implement this game-changing product for your team and for your content creation overall. Please book a meeting with us through the link below. We'd be happy to give you a quick 30-minute discovery and overview of how we can implement this into your business. All the best, and let's start creating content.